The air still shimmered faintly with leftover magic, but it was softer now, less sacred and more alive. Morning had fully settled. The light between the trees was golden, rippling like water through the leaves. The others had already gone home, the laughter echoing faintly down the trail toward the village. I stayed. The clearing near the lake was mine, small, hidden, and open enough for fire to breathe. The Kitsune stone's glow couldn't reach this far, but I could still feel its pulse under the ground, faint as a heartbeat. I drew a circle in the dirt with my food, the same way Dad had shown me years ago, and knelt inside it. My tail brushed the earth, and I let the fire rise. At first it was just a flicker in my palms, shy and small, but I fed it with my breath. The flame stretched, curling around my wrists like ribbons, red and gold, alive and eager. My body remembered the rhythm without thought. Step, turn, breathe. It felt like dancing, like floating. The world tilted with the heat, and for a heartbeat, I wasn't holding the fire. It was holding me. It loved me. It listened. The wind shifted, rustling the canopy, and the flames swirled with it, trailing from my arms, spinning around me in a circle of sparks. I moved with them, my feet barely touching the ground. Every motion sank through my body, graceful and sharp. The way Hikari moved when she fought. The way Father moved when he taught me how to summon a flame without burning. For the first time in weeks, I felt light, whole. And then I saw his face. Not as I wanted to remember it, but as I last saw it. His eyes, black as ash, bleeding darkness from the corners, like smoke seeping through the cracks. His mouth stretched into something that wasn't a smile. His claws, longer, sharper, reaching for me, clumping around my wrist. The world snapped. The fire screamed. I stumbled backward, my chest tightening, trying to breathe through the panic flowing up my throat. The flames didn't stop. They followed, wild and erratic. My heel hit the lake then. The instant my skin touched the water, agony exploded up my leg. It was searing and cold all at once, like every nerve had been torn open. I cried out, instinct tearing through the sound from my lungs. My fire burst outward with me, spilling from my body and lashing into the trees. They caught instantly. The forest filled with light again, but not the kind from the ritual. This was violent, living flame, feeding on bark and leaves. I tried to pull it back, to whisper the words my father had taught me, but they tangled on my tongue. Then water fell, a rush of it, cool and absolute, smothering the flames in a single breath. Steam erupted, wrapping the clearing in white mist. I gasped, falling to my knees, the last of the pain still crackling under my skin. When I looked up, I saw her. My mother stood a few steps away, her palms still glistening, drops of water hovering in the air before falling soundlessly to the ground. Her hair clung to her face in dark strands, her expression calm but not distant. For a second, I thought she was angry, but she wasn't. She looked proud, gentle. "I was watching," she said softly, her voice almost blending with the rustle of the trees. "You had it under control for a long time." My voice broke, hoarse. "I didn't mean to." "I know." She knelt beside me, her tails brushing the damp earth. The water on her hands glowed faintly, ready but restrained. "You did well, Zach. You listened to it. You made it listen to you." I wanted to believe her, but the trees still smoked, and the smell of char lingered in my nose, bitter and shameful. She extended her hand. "Try again," she said. "Smaller, this time, maybe." I hesitated, then summoned a tiny spark in my palm. It flared weakly, flickering like a dying star. My mother watched closely, the light from the flame reflected in her eyes, red against blue, dangerous and beautiful. "Now," she murmured, "let it rest. You don't always have to burn." I tried to lower my breathing, to quiet the flame. It danced stubbornly, flickering brighter whenever I thought I had it tamed. I could feel the moisture in the air like thorns against my skin. The fire inside me resisting, afraid. "I can't." "Yes, you can." Her tone was soft, but the edge of worry slipped through. "You just have to trust it will come back when you need it." I closed my eyes and let the heat die. When I opened them again, only smoke curled from my fingers. The flame was gone. A small laugh escaped me, half disbelief, half relief, and before I could stop it, the excitement flared inside me again. Little bursts of fire leapt from my shoulders, tiny embers flicking into the air. My mother gasped quietly, the movement instinctive, and I saw her hand twitch before she caught herself. The fear was quick, so quick I might have imagined it, but it was there. Her control returned immediately. She smiled, gentle and proud again, but something fragile lingered in her eyes. She brushed my cheek, careful, her fingers cool and damp. "Well done," she whispered. The steam was already fading. The trees dripped softly, smoke winding between them like breath. I nodded, unable to say anything else, because the warmth in my chest wasn't just pride, it was guilt too. Guilt that she loved me enough to stay close, even when she was afraid of me. We stood there for a while, quiet except for the dripping leaves and the far-off roll of thunder. The lake shone dull over at our feet, the surface smooth again, unbothered by what it had just taken from me. And so she smiled. I saw her glance once more at my hands before we turned home, as if counting the seconds between each flicker of light.